Szép estét kívánok mindenkinek. Én Dr. Nagy Tamás.
Good day, everybody. My name is Tamás Nagy. My only duty today is to introduce the speakers and the topics today, which is the topic of autoimmune diseases. There is a saying that if our immune system was working well, then there would be no cancer, nothing like that, because our white blood cells could recognize foreign and our own cells, and if everything worked fine, then our immune system could tag cells, foreign cells or cancer cells as bad, and could destroy those cells, and your own cells would be protected and would not be attacked, which is the key feature of autoimmune diseases. Our immune system is completely overloaded nowadays, so what we have to do is to restore and re-educate our immune system, rebalance it. But this is not my post to cover this topic. Today, everybody is talking about COVID, yet the danger of autoimmune diseases should not be overlooked. So we need natural solutions. And for that, I would like to introduce a dear friend of mine who's been with us for 1.5 years, covering various topics as part of the Health Academy. You may have heard him talk in detail and very carefully and with scientifically supported facts, yet in an easy to understand way about these symptoms, these diseases, and why you should not wait for drugs to treat them, if there are any drugs at all to treat them, and what you can do to support your body, to support your immune system, to handle the things yourselves. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to welcome Dr. Szűcs Zoltán. It's over to you. I warmly welcome everybody here today. Thank you for this introduction, Tamás. And as you said, we need to handle the root cause. This is a very serious topic. I have prepared for presentations before where I had some sweat on my forehead. Why is this? Because this is very complex. But if I want to simplify it, then it's what you said. Our immune system and the balance of it. If the question is, what creates an imbalance the immune system, then we have an answer. I would say the cause is simple. To recognize, to diagnose these processes and the complexity is not very easy. Even immunologists would be challenged to be able to explain this. I would say that I have brought some slides which are scientific, but I would talk about them in an easy to understand way. Autoimmune diseases should not be justified or try to be explained. We need to understand the root causes, and if we understand them and if we put it into context, the right context, and we can get rid of the factors which cause such diseases, then we have done everything to avoid such diseases. We know that everybody has a different genetic makeup. And that's what you have. That's what you have in your treasury. And there are predispositions in your genetics, and your lifestyle will turn some genes on and turn some genes off, and we will cover that as well in this lecture. So as an introduction, you will see that misconceptions and myths about autoimmune diseases, and all we can all you need to know about such diseases. That's what it says in the title, and all I wanted to say by giving this title is that we should look at this topic from as many aspects as possible. Tamás said that this is a very serious disease, not just one. There are many autoimmune symptoms today, and there are many more which we just suspect that these processes are in the background. This affects all of our organs. So the first misconception which I would like to talk about is that autoimmune diseases are diseases of the immune system. This is not completely true. In order for your immune system to become victim of autoimmunity, there are many preconditions, and the immune system will only be disturbed after such factors have been present for a long time. So let's go step by step, and I would like to tell you my own views. This is a lifestyle disease, no different from other such diseases. It develops and it runs like other such diseases. Most of these symptoms or groups of symptoms, we covered cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, high blood pressure, tumors, cancers. These can be tied to an organ or a group of organs, but when I say immunity or your immune system or autoimmunity, this is a very complex regulatory system which is affected. What is this complex regulatory system? Immune system, hormonal system. These are what regulate all the organs which will become victims or could become victims. These control things. Stress levels will determine the pressure your immune system is under, and under present circumstances, your immune system should be in top shape to be able to handle these circumstances. Stress is dramatically high, has been dramatically high in the past 12 to 16, 18 months. Let's move on into this direction and examine how the causes will cause these problems. Autoimmune diseases are recognized when you are ill already, when there is a sick organ in the thyroid, in the blood, in your intestinal tract, in your nervous system, in your lungs, on your skin, in the muscles, bones, in your brain. Almost everywhere we can see the effects or symptoms of autoimmune diseases. There are some diseases. I would just want to give you a few examples. I will give you a few examples later on. I would like to focus on triggers. These are what cause things. These are the risk factors that lead to your immune system being a victim. Because we know that the basic operation, modus operandi of your immune system is well designed. This is designed to work very efficiently and can adopt very efficiently until you reach a point where the overload is so much in the background that causes your immune system to be disturbed. What are these factors? Just these 5 things. Stress, number 1. I will cover it as I have in all my lectures, because this is a common denominator of lifestyle diseases, how it affects, how it disturbs your immune system. Hormones, this is linked to stress. This hormonal system is completely linked and affected, can start to operate differently. Heavy metals, pesticides, poisons, food antigens. We talk about food allergens. We will cover such things. Somebody's mic is on. I would like her to switch it off, mute it. Okay, so I have already covered this diagram, and there was one lecture when it was especially relevant, when I talked about cancers, tumors. I was talking about this earlier. In order for a tumor to stay alive in your body, because we know that there are cancer cells produced in your body, but in order for them to survive, your immune system must be wrong, must make wrong moves. And these factors, drugs, smoking, stress, these produce free radicals, electromagnetic smog, radioactivity, UV rays. These cause directly or indirectly the release of free radicals. Your body produces them, and it will use up the reserves of your immune system. Molds, fast food, additives in it, pollution, drugs, and all kinds of lifestyle problems can further overload your immune system. In fact, we have arrived at the key topics. We are talking about your immune system and how autoimmunity develops. And I would like to highlight some factors that might cause such phenomena. This slide and the previous one has covered everything we need to know. Today, Western medicine does not deal with the causes, the root causes, because we cannot pinpoint them, we cannot zero in on them, because these are so diverse. So medicine can only focus on the symptoms which your immune system, this autoimmunity, has caused, which is attacking your own body. how to relieve such symptoms, and we know that autoimmunity are categorized as incurable, irreversible. We try to get rid of the symptoms. We try to keep the patient in balance, but the root cause cannot be handled, says Western medicine today. The only therapy is prevention. We can see in this diagram, and we can try to get rid of all these factors. Well, it's mission impossible. This is practically not possible. Yet, you can change a lot of factors which help. These are the types of free radicals. I wouldn't read them aloud. These are reactive molecules, chemicals, which is needed for the function of your immune system. Some immune cells actually produce them, some of them, in order to overcome some germs, parasites, microbe, bacteria. These foreign agents, I'm sorry, so these chemicals, when they come from the outside, they attack the DNA of your cells, causing mutation, causing irregular cell functions, and your immune response will be at fault, and these problems will be in proportion to the amount of these stress factors, free radicals, in 1 day, 1 hour, 1 minute. A very important aspect of how to handle this is diet. In this case, the part of the pyramid is down here. I would just go to the top. This top part is full of sweet fruits, sugary things, which are not even there in the pyramid. These have a tragic effect, making your body acidic. This acidification is the result of eating foods which are not natural. These are over-processed. They contain a lot of carbohydrates, bad quality fats and proteins. And this is due to the fact that the pyramid is not like, so your diet doesn't look like this one, which is the ketogenic diet. This tries to avoid over-processed foods, which create over-acidity and which overloads your system. So in this diet, there are no processed foods, processed, refined carbohydrates. There are no allergens, food allergens, gluten, for example. Your own even Mediterranean diet will look like this. The basis is cereals, but in this pyramid here, in the ketogenic pyramid, there is no grains, no cereals, no milk, no dairy products, casein and lectins in certain foods. These are very these cause severe allergies, which is already an immunity reaction, and it's just a matter of time when it goes into more serious autoimmune diseases. So your goal is to try and eat a diet, to follow a diet which concentrates on the left. This is where you can see vegetables, especially green vegetables, and you can see that you will not eat glutens, certain legumes, certain beans, peas, rice, caffeine. This is very, and also there are some greens, some vegetables here as well, but this is still a controversial area. I'm going to talk about this later as well. Let's examine in more detail how autoimmune diseases develop. Why I'm saying that the immune system is just the victim of this, which is forced to produce irregular phenomena. There are over 100 different types of autoimmune disorders which we are aware of in medicine today. And you can see that any and every single organ can be affected and are affected. Let's examine the immune system. Your immune system is a very simple thing. The mechanism is simple. When you are born, there is a genetically encoded immune system or immune functions. Your immune cells will tolerate your own body cells. It senses, perceives body cells, but will never ever hurt them, attack them, because it knows that it is your own cells. Your immune system is like a camera, like a safety camera, which can see everything, which can touch, perceive everything. And as a matter of fact, things can hide, but not really. And also, there is an immune reaction where foreign harmful things will be destroyed. Your immune system will get rid of them as a source of danger. When your immune cells will become activated immune cells, this is a complex process, and the more complex a process is, the more chance that there will be an error. This is how I view autoimmunity, because your immune cell tries to do what it is programmed to do. When it mistakes your body cells for foreign cells or foreign material, then there is a big problem. When there is a cancer cell and it survives, and your immune system will not be able to destroy it, this is what happens. The foreign and harmful one is not recognized and is not destroyed. These are the topics that I'm going to talk about more. So we have the immunity, which I talked about earlier when I covered Protect Plus, this product, which contains beta-glucans present in Extend and Protect as well. It will educate and activate your immune cells so that they can recognize foreign materials. They can differentiate between your own and foreign stuff. This is immune modulation. This is educating the immune system. This is helping your immune system do what it is supposed to do correctly, so that it can properly function. There are a lot of things which can modulate your immune system, your immune cells. This is not immune stimulation. This is not boosting your immune system. This is modulating your immune system. This is a completely different thing. We need a lot of things for your immune system to work well. Extend, for example, has over 23 vitamins, minerals, and other chemicals, phytonutrients, and these are all actors in contributing to the proper functioning of your immune system. It also has beta-glucans. These are all needed by your immune system to work well. But beta-glucans are the ones that switch things on. So if your immune system is modulated properly, it will not make many mistakes. If this system is weaker and these factors make it weaker, then this recognition, the adaptive immunity, very simply, it's an inflammatory process which can have a positive outcome. If you cut your finger, it will become red, it will swell, and it will heal. That's a positive process. If this becomes chronic, it's a chronic inflammation. And this is your adaptive immune system. This is overreacting under too much load because your original immune system makes mistakes. These two systems work hand in hand and work in tandem, in balance. But in the 21st century, where your immune system is very much overloaded, but now the adaptive system is very much under stress. So we need immune balance. Tamás already mentioned it, and this is the balance. Your innate and your adaptive immune system will communicate back and forth, and autoimmunity, where your immune system attacks your own cells, these T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes and the chemicals which kill and destroy, they will go against your own cells, tissues, and organs. This is a scientific diagram. I would like to tell you two sentences. There are many viruses today, and if your immune system works well, it is already prepared, because Beta-glucans will activate macrophages, which will kill viruses. Find and kill, search and destroy. With antigens, it will put on its surface, there is the adaptive system with the helper T cells. They will recognize the villains. So the first line of defense is recognition, and the T cells will join this process. It will produce all kinds of molecules. It will give a lot of information to the system. It will remember things, it will activate things, and it will create killer cells which will destroy. They will destroy that virus. There are also B cells which produce chemicals. In this case, with the COVID-19, it's EIVG, IVM in your blood. The problem is when there are errors in the process, and when your T cells attack your own body cells, they can attack the myelin stealth, which are the covering on your neurons, or antibodies will bind to a surface. Macrophages will think, okay, this is tagged, I need to kill it. And that's what happens. It will destroy your own neurons, your thyroid, kidney, blood, lung cells, wherever this process has started. We don't know where it will start. We cannot say in advance. Everybody has predispositions genetically, and yet we don't know where it will happen. Maybe it will happen in your digestive system. These are the symptoms and diseases where it has a huge part. In your digestive system, let's think that this is the lining of your intestine, in your small intestine. And due to an error, your body produces antibodies which bind to these cells on the lining of your intestine, and your immune system will destroy this part. This is what we call Crohn disease. This picture shows all kinds of inflammations in the body, and you can see that it can appear anywhere in your body. So Crohn's, when your digestive system, in your digestive system such a problem develops, we know that the health of your gut will affect everything. I have already covered this before in other lectures. I have talked about food intolerances. We can see that there are ulcers, skin problems. Your skin will show it. Unfortunately, one of the most common autoimmune diseases develop in your digestive system. Why? Because so many stuff gets there which will produce antigens. These are very aggressive. Another very typical problem is Hashimoto's thyroiditis. It's an autoimmune disease. Just in one sentence, practically gluten sensitivity is strongly linked to this. Such diseases of the thyroid develop due to the problems in the digestive system, the same as the previous one. Multiple sclerosis is when your nervous system is attacked, is damaged. We cannot overlook the role of your digestive system again, because there are many links between what is absorbed in your gut. For example, broken down chemicals of certain proteins, which are very similar to your neurons. So an allergen can be very similar to an own cell. There are similarities between these aggressive chemicals and some body cells. And your immune system will only perceive the fact that I need to attack gluten, but this is similar, so I attack this too. And when your nervous system is attacked, all of your organs will be affected. One more. This lupus is defined as a problem that can affect any of your organs. The blood carries it. The blood carries it to certain areas. It affects everything in your body. A very complex group of symptoms. I cannot mention very specific things that it causes in your lungs, but you can see all these problems in the lungs which are non-specific. They can be anything. What I have seen is that people, when they face a common disease in their own case or in the family, they will Google it and they will find a lot of autoimmune diseases as search results on Google, because these have a lot of symptoms. But we should not we should not define every single disease as an autoimmune disease. We know that these are complex symptoms, and if you have a lot of problems, if you are affected, and you cannot put your finger on it specifically, you should suspect such an autoimmune disease. In today's diagnostics, it's easier to find what we face. And now I will not go into more detail. I would like to deal with the causes. Yet another diagram. This is the digestive system, sensitivity and overload because of gluten. You can see indigestible gluten fragments, which will trigger a very complex immune response, which will create autoimmune disease because killer T cells will attack bone cells, skin cells, brain cells, liver cells, pancreas cells, thyroid gland cells, any of them or all of them. And this is just because gluten fragments get through the wall of your intestinal system. It cannot be digested and your immune system will jump on it. And if you are genetically predisposed, it will produce autoimmunity. If you are not predisposed so much, then you have gluten sensitivity. People who are sensitive to glutens, over 90% of them, and 10% produce autoimmunity. But in the rest, in the 90%, autoimmunity can trigger diseases. Leaky gut is what it is called when your digestive system is destroyed. Gluten hurts your digestive system. So let's clear the root cause. Stress. Okay? Stress is a factor which will produce free radicals. It's a very strong, very intensive factor which through your sympathetic nervous system will keep a lot of organs under stress. Your heart, your circulation, your digestion, your brain, your liver, your lungs. What's more, if we go through this list, each and every one of your organs, all of them are exposed to stress. Let's remember the first slide, the triggers. Stress was listed as number one, and for a reason, because if an organ is under serious stress, it is more exposed to damage, free radicals, toxins, UV, poor digestion, and so forth. So I'm justified in saying that stress can cause bodily problems. We know this. And what you can see here is that stress will communicate directly with your immune system through your brain. There is a hormonal and neuron links. Certain hormones will activate, and the hormones circulating, stress hormones circulating in your blood will bind to receptors in your immune cells and will influence immune function. So this can go into an autoimmune disease direction. Maybe you have heard this already, that stress can cause disease. When people ask their doctors, so why has this developed? Because of stress, says the doctor. And this is not just probably, it's not just probably, there is a high probability. And always the organ which is affected by stress the most, it will cause the most damage. Viva comes into play as a saffron extract. It's a patented patented product, saffron, and it will help your system, it will cause your nervous system to work in balance, to calm down, so that you can sleep well, so that you can adapt to stress better. If there is no regeneration, no rest, no sleep, you cannot really, your immune system cannot work properly. Your immune system works late at night in the resting state of your body. Stress will make this harder. Why do we have fever or higher temperature at night? Because stress hormones are activated at night, and sweating at night, resting at night, the immune system can work at night. Viva can help with a lot of things. Stability of the immune system is one. It's a standardized extract, which is important because an extract is always effective because it has always the same amount of ingredients. Standardization is a very important procedure, and as a result, we can say that 3.5% bioactive lepticrosalides are in this product. Let's examine causes further and highlight other factors in your digestive system. This is nothing new. I have covered this before. We know that stress and your intestines and the oversensitivity in your gut will change your microbiome, your gut flora, and as a result, your cells there will function completely differently. If your gut flora changes, will in turn cause stress. We can we can gain weight or lose weight or become stressed or become calm because the brain-gut axis works. They travel, the impulses will travel both ways. Stress will affect your gut, and your gut will, because there are bad bacteria, certain strains are suppressed, and your digestion will work differently, which has an adverse effect. If your gut flora works well, your digestive system is clean, good bacteria will convert food with absorption and will themselves produce nutrients. If, on the other hand, they don't work well, we can see this is a very toxic environment where inflammation thrives and which predisposes you to the overgrowth of bad bacteria producing toxins. Toxins are poisons and they will be absorbed into your system, leading to toxins getting in your blood, where your immune system works. And this will change immune function. It will create chronic inflammation. And this can create autoimmunity. This danger of poor diet will create poor digestion. When we talk about autoimmune protocol diet, it focuses on removing all kinds of indigestible things, artificial, processed, overprocessed foods, additives, which will make your digestive system weaker, which will irritate your gut flora, caffeine, alcohol. This will make you more sensitive. We need to get rid of them. And we try to reach a state where there are no undigested food particles in your bloodstream. And this will create a good immune system. Let's stop for a second. We have covered, you have heard about fecal transplant. We use this in medicine, which means that there is a very promising movement in medicine, which recognizes the causes of autoimmunity. In fact, your immune system in these cases should be replaced with another one. Almost 100% of your immune system is developed in your gut. If the flora is changed, a new flora is created, I would say a change. There is a change there. It will replace something through a transplanted part. Today's medicine can handle autoimmune diseases by handling the root causes, but not all such diseases can be treated in this way. But what can we do? We should try to transform our gut flora through diet and supplements. We have xenobiotic, which is a prebiotic formula, which will feed your good bacteria in your gut. There is a fight between the good and the bad. We try to support the good ones with Xenobiotic Plus and our diet, which works hand in hand. And we can help our own immune system so that it can handle inflammatory processes much better. If we use Xtend as well, which is a good immune modulator, which is a very concentrated preparation full of vitamins, minerals, trace minerals, phytonutrients, which can help your immune system even further. This is support. This is the support you need. So when we try to handle our immune system via our digestive system, this can be very effective. If we use Protect Plus, which contains beta-glucans, this is how we can help our immune system. And this can get rid of inflammation in your body. And the last one, Zinzino health concept the basic product, the flagship product is balance oil. I could say it's an ace which can be used in each case, because all our cell membranes depend on it. Basically, it depends on what kind of fats make up your cell membranes. If your cells are created where your blood contains trans fats and omega-6 fatty acids, if these are present in your blood, in your diet, the membranes will contain such fats and will not work properly. If you, however, consume omega-3, it will be anti-inflammatory. And what kind of cells are we talking about here? Well, all kinds of cells. Any cell can be affected by autoimmunity, and balance oil will have a positive impact on all of your cells because they have a membrane, and this membrane will communicate, and this is where nutrients can get in, and this is where toxins can get out or even in. If your cell membrane is weak, it's easier to victimize and make forced to work improperly than a healthy cell membrane. The thing is that this doesn't develop fast. This can be triggered fast by stress, for example. If there is a serious digestive problem, there are factors that cause this, but this process is longer. And these steps, weak immune cells, poor diet, constant stress, a lot of free radicals, poor defense system, these must all be present. Inflammation must always be present for a long time on some level. Maybe not on the level of an autoimmune disease, just as an underlying factor. If we incorporate omega-3 into our diet, then we can minimize inflammation. We go against inflammation. That's why it is a basic product when we want to handle the risks of autoimmune diseases, because in the phase of development already we can stop inflammation. We also know that the only effective source is fish oil, because they contain omega-3s. It can change the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3, which is completely out of balance in most cases. We can restore the healthy ratio, and this 6:3 ratio is what we want to balance. And you need omega-3s which do not contain, or a minimum amount of omega-6s can be absorbed in your cell membranes. This is what we need. When cells replicate and new cells are born, these omega-3 fatty acids can be used circulating in your blood, and balance oil is the perfect solution for this. Balance oil contains omega-3 in its natural form as it occurs in nature, together with polyphenols, with antioxidants. This is how it occurs in nature. This prevents the oil to go rancid, to be oxidized, so it stabilizes the oil. And also in your body, the antioxidants can have a positive effect. How much is another key factor, dosage. In order for you to reverse an out of balance ratio, you need 0.15 milliliters per kilo body weight. So this is in the range of 1500 to 2400 milligrams. So this is 7.5 and 12 milliliters per day based on your body weight. This is such a curious issue when we examine autoimmunity. There are many factors which play a key role in its development, which will cause an altered immune function and may lead to autoimmunity. So when I said that this is all you need to know about autoimmunity, and we need to focus on the immune system, or I would say medicine focuses on the immune system, or overactive, trying to handle oversensitivity with steroids and immune suppressors, which are the tools they use. We need to know where and why they develop, and this is stress, gut flora, cellular inflammation, which are the common denominators, as I said, of all lifestyle diseases. So my lecture is really focused on prevention. My favorite quote about prevention is the Dalai Lama, when asked what surprised him most about humanity, answered, man. Because he sacrifices his health, man in the 21st century, because he sacrifices his health in order to make money. Then he sacrifices money to recuperate his health. And then he's so anxious about the future that he does not enjoy the present. The result being that he does not live in the present or the future. He lives as if he's never going to die, and then dies having never really lived. You know my message about this? Prevention is about right now. It's not about yesterday. It's not about tomorrow. It's about today. And I wish you good health for you to do this. Thank you very much for your attention. Goodbye for now.